My name is Isabelle Chen and I'm 29 years old. 4 months ago, my fiancé died in a car accident 2 weeks before our wedding. I was destroyed. Then, while cleaning out his apartment, I found a wedding dress hidden in his closet. Size 2. I'm a size 8. There was a receipt tucked in the bag, purchased 3 months before he proposed to me. And a card that said for my real bride. Soon. I hired a private investigator and what I discovered was so twisted, so calculated, that it made me question every moment of our 3-year relationship. My fiancé wasn't just cheating on me. He was living a complete double life with another woman, planning to marry her 1 week after our wedding, and I was just the rehearsal. But when I confronted her at what should have been my wedding, she said something that changed everything. He told me you were the other woman. And I have proof. Let me take you back to January 2025, to a rainy afternoon in Seattle, and the phone call that split my life in two. I was at my office, finalizing seating charts for the wedding. 2 weeks away. February 14th, Valentine's Day. Cheesy, I know, but my fiancé Ryan had insisted. It's the most romantic day of the year, he'd said. I want everyone to know how much I love you. Ryan Mitchell. 28 years old, software engineer at Amazon, tall, charming, the kind of guy who brought me coffee in bed and left post-it notes with terrible jokes on my bathroom mirror. We'd met 3 years ago at a tech networking event. He'd spilled wine on my white blouse, apologized profusely, and insisted on paying for the dry cleaning. Our first date was the following weekend. We were engaged within 18 months. My phone rang. Unknown number. Is this Isabelle Chen? Yes, who's this? This is Officer Ramirez with Seattle PD. I'm calling about Ryan Mitchell. There's been an accident. The room tilted. What kind of accident? A car accident on I-5 southbound. Mr. Mitchell's vehicle was struck by a semi-truck that lost control in the rain. I'm so sorry, Ms. Chen. He didn't survive. The seating chart fell from my hands. That's not possible. I just talked to him an hour ago. He was working from home. He wasn't driving anywhere. Ma'am, the accident occurred at approximately 1:30 p.m. His car was traveling southbound toward Tacoma when... Tacoma? Why would he be going to Tacoma? Silence. I don't have that information, ma'am. We need you to come to Harborview Medical Center to identify the body. I don't remember driving there. Don't remember parking. I remember walking into the hospital, being led to a cold room, seeing Ryan's face under a white sheet. It was him. My fiancé. Dead. The officer asked me questions I couldn't answer. Do you know why he was traveling to Tacoma? No. Was he meeting someone? I don't know. He said he was working from home. Do you know a woman named Vanessa Torres? I looked up. Who? Her phone number was the last one he called before the accident. The call lasted 7 minutes. I don't know anyone named Vanessa Torres. The officer wrote something down. We'll need you to go through his belongings. His car was totaled, but we recovered his phone, wallet, and a bag from the trunk. They handed me a plastic bag. Inside, Ryan's phone, cracked screen, wouldn't turn on, his wallet, his watch, and a leather overnight bag I'd never seen before. I took everything home. Sat on my couch. Stared at the bag. Finally opened it. Inside, a change of clothes, toiletries, and a small jewelry box. I opened the box. A wedding ring. Men's platinum band. Not the one we'd chosen together. This one had an inscription inside, V+ or forever, February 21st, 25. February 21st. 1 week after our wedding. I sat there holding that ring for maybe an hour. Then I opened his laptop. Ryan and I shared passwords, or so I thought. I knew his laptop password. We had nothing to hide. Except when I tried to log in, it didn't work. He'd changed it. I tried every combination I could think of. Birthdays, anniversaries, our dog's name. Nothing worked. I called his best friend, Marcus. Marcus, I need Ryan's laptop password. The police have questions and I need to check his calendar. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm flying in tomorrow for the. I know. Thank you. But do you know his password? No, man, he never told me that stuff. Have you tried his birthday? Everything. It's not working. Maybe take it to the Apple Store? They might be able to help. I hung up. Stared at the laptop. Then I remembered Ryan backed everything up to iCloud. I grabbed my own laptop, logged into iCloud with his email and old password. It worked. His photos synced. Thousands of them. I started scrolling. Pictures of us. Our trip to Hawaii. Our dog, Benny. Normal stuff. Then I reached photos from 3 months ago. Ryan with a woman I'd never seen. Blonde. Petite. Beautiful. They were at a restaurant. At a park. At a beach. His arm around her. Her kissing his cheek. A photo of them in bed together, her head on his chest, both smiling at the camera. The timestamp, 3 months ago. The same weekend Ryan told me he was in San Francisco for a work conference. I kept scrolling. More photos. Dozens. Hundreds. This woman was in his life constantly. Then I found a photo that stopped my heart. Ryan on one knee. In front of this woman. Holding a ring box. She was crying, hands over her mouth. The timestamp, 6 months ago. 2 months before he proposed to me. I ran to the bathroom and threw up. When I came back, I opened his text messages. Found the thread with Vanessa Torres. The messages went back 2 years. 2 years. Before he even met me. I scrolled to the most recent messages. Vanessa, can't wait to see you today. I have a surprise, red heart. Ryan, me too. Leaving now. Love you. Vanessa, drive safe. See you soon, husband-to-be face blowing a kiss. That message was sent at 1:15 p.m. 15 minutes before the accident. He was driving to see her when he died. I spent the next 3 days in a fog. Cancelled the wedding. Told everyone Ryan had died. Accepted condolences. Didn't mention Vanessa. Didn't mention the double life. Just said he was gone. People brought casseroles. Sent flowers. Told me how sorry they were. I nodded and thanked them and felt nothing. On day 4, I went to Ryan's apartment to pack up his things. He'd kept his own place even though we were engaged. For work, he'd said. Sometimes I need to focus without distractions. I believed him. I opened the door with the key he'd given me. The apartment looked normal. Tidy. His laptop on the desk, dishes in the sink. I started in the bedroom. Opened his closet. And there, hanging in the back behind his winter coats, was a wedding dress. White. Lace. Beautiful. With a receipt pinned to the bag. Purchased from a bridal boutique in Bellevue 3 months ago. Size 2. I'm a size 8. My wedding dress, the one I'd actually chosen, was at my apartment. Size 8. Ivory, not white. This wasn't my dress. I looked at the receipt again. Purchased for Vanessa Torres. Inside the bag was a card. I opened it with shaking hands. Ryan's handwriting, for my real bride. Soon. All of this will be over and we can finally be together the way we were meant to be. I love you. R. I sat on the floor. Held that card. Read it 10 times. My real bride. I wasn't his real bride. I was the fake one. The practice run. The placeholder. I called a private investigator that day. Her name was Sharon Mills. 50-something, ex-cop, blunt as a hammer. I need you to find out everything about Vanessa Torres, I said. Everything. You got an address? Phone number? I gave her the number from Ryan's phone. I'll call you in 3 days, Sharon said. 3 days later, she called. You're gonna want to sit down for this. I sat. Vanessa Torres. 26 years old. Pharmacist. Lives in Tacoma. Never married. No kids. And her relationship with Ryan? According to social media, property records, and about 50 people I talked to, they've been together for 4 years. Engaged for 6 months. Wedding planned for February 21st at a venue in Tacoma. 4 years. That's not possible. Ryan and I have been together for 3 years. Yeah, well, according to Vanessa's Facebook, Ryan's been her boyfriend for 4. She's got pictures going back that far. Tagged him in posts. Her friends all know him. So he was with both of us the entire time. Looks like it. But here's where it gets weird. Weirder than this? Vanessa thinks you're the other woman. I went silent. What? I talked to one of her friends. Told her I was doing background for an estate issue. She said Vanessa knows about you. Knows Ryan was seeing someone in Seattle. But Ryan told Vanessa that you were a casual thing, that he was planning to end it after he got through some work contract that required him to be in Seattle. That's insane. Gets better. Vanessa has texts from Ryan, I saw screenshots, where he tells her you're unstable, that you're obsessed with him, that he's trying to let you down easy. I couldn't breathe. He told her I'm the other woman. Yup. And he told you she doesn't exist. Guy was playing both sides. Why? What was the point? That's what I'm still figuring out. But I found something else. What? Ryan had 2 bank accounts. One joint with you for wedding expenses. One private account you didn't know about. How much was in it? $50,000. Withdrawn 2 weeks before he died. Withdrawn where? Cash. From a branch in Tacoma. I closed my eyes. He was running. Maybe. Or maybe he was planning something else. I'm still digging. I need to meet her. Who, Vanessa? Yes. Bad idea. I don't care. Set it up. Sharon sighed. You're the client. I'll see what I can do. 2 days later, Sharon called. Vanessa agreed to meet you. She wants answers too. Apparently Ryan's death has her spinning just like you. Where? Coffee shop in Tacoma. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Neutral ground. I'll be there. I drove to Tacoma the next day. Pulled into the parking lot of a Starbucks. Saw a blonde woman sitting at an outside table, looking fragile and exhausted. I walked up. Vanessa? She looked up. Her eyes were red. Isabelle? I nodded. We stared at each other. Then she said, he told me you were crazy. He told me you didn't exist. We sat down. For a long moment, neither of us spoke. Then Vanessa said, I loved him. We were getting married in 3 weeks. He proposed to me 18 months ago. Our wedding was supposed to be on Valentine's Day. He proposed to me 6 months ago. I know. I saw the pictures. Her face crumpled. You went through his phone. He died. I had questions. So did I, she said quietly. When the police called me, they said he was engaged to someone else. To you. I didn't believe them. But you do now. I went through his apartment. The one in Tacoma. Found pictures of you too. Letters. Emails. He had an apartment in Tacoma? Yeah. He told me he had to keep a place in Seattle for work, but that Tacoma was home. That we were home. I laughed. Bitter. He told me the exact opposite. We sat in silence again. Then Vanessa pulled out her phone. I need to show you something. She opened her photos. Showed me a picture of a document. A marriage license. Ryan Mitchell and Vanessa Torres. Dated February 21st, 2025. He was really going to marry me, she said. He was really going to marry me too, I said. February 14th. She looked up, confused. How was he going to marry both of us? I don't know. Then she showed me another photo. A text thread between her and Ryan. Ryan, after the wedding, I'm done with Seattle. We can finally be together full-time. No more hiding. Vanessa, what about Isabelle? Ryan, she's part of a work thing. I'll explain everything after we're married. Trust me. I stared at the screen. Work thing? I never understood what he meant, Vanessa said. But he kept saying he had to keep up appearances in Seattle for some contract. I pulled out my phone. Showed her the card I'd found with the wedding dress. For my real bride. She read it. Started crying. He called me his real bride too. We sat there. 2 women. Both engaged to the same man. Both lied to. Then I said, there's $50,000 missing from an account Ryan had. Did he give you any money recently? She shook her head. No. Why? I don't know. But he withdrew it in cash 2 weeks before he died. Vanessa went still. What? I said. He told me he had a surprise. Said after the wedding, we were going somewhere special. He wouldn't tell me where. He was running. From what? That's when my phone rang. Sharon. Isabelle, I found something. You need to hear this now. I'm with Vanessa. I'm putting you on speaker. Ryan Mitchell wasn't his real name. Both Vanessa and I froze. What? I said. His real name is Ryan Carver. He changed it legally 7 years ago. And before that, he was married. To who? A woman named Michelle Carver. They got married in 2016. She filed for divorce in 2018. Cited fraud and emotional abuse. Where is she now? Dead. Suicide. 2019. I felt sick. There's more, Sharon said. I talked to Michelle's sister. She said Ryan convinced Michelle to take out a life insurance policy with him as the beneficiary. A big one. $500,000. Then he started pulling away, gaslighting her, making her think she was losing her mind. She spiraled. Killed herself. He collected the insurance. Vanessa's hand was over her mouth. He was doing it again, I whispered. Yeah, Sharon said. I pulled your life insurance policy. The one Ryan convinced you to get when you got engaged. I knew exactly which one she meant. How much? I asked. $300,000. Beneficiary, Ryan Mitchell. I looked at Vanessa. Do you have life insurance? She nodded slowly. He told me it was smart financial planning. We got policies on each other. How much? $400,000. We stared at each other. He was going to kill us, Vanessa said. Or drive us to do it ourselves, I said. Sharon's voice came through the phone. I think he was planning to marry one of you, collect the insurance when something tragic happened, then move on to the next victim with a new identity. But which one of us? Vanessa asked. Maybe both, Sharon said. He was running out of time. 2 weddings a week apart. Maybe he was going to stage something that took both of you out. I felt like I was going to pass out. But he died first, I said. Yeah. Karma's a bitch. After I hung up, Vanessa and I sat in silence. Finally, she said, I don't know whether to be relieved he's dead or angry I can't confront him. Both, I said. Definitely both. We sat there for another hour. Compared notes. Timelines. Lies. Realized that Ryan had been rotating between us like shifts. Monday and Tuesday, Tacoma with Vanessa. Wednesday and Thursday, Seattle with me. Friday through Sunday, work trips that were probably a third woman we didn't even know about yet. He'd had separate phones, separate emails, separate lives. And he'd almost gotten away with it. As I was leaving, Vanessa stopped me. "What are you going to do now?" "Cancel my life insurance policy. Go to therapy. Maybe get a dog." She smiled. Sad. "I'm keeping the wedding dress." "Why?" "To remind me to never ignore red flags again." I nodded. "Fair. Do you think there are others?" she asked. "Other women?" "Probably. Sharon's still investigating. Will you tell me if she finds anyone?" "Yeah. We should probably start a support group." She laughed. Then cried. I hugged her. Two strangers bound by the same monster. As I drove home, I thought about the wedding that would never happen. The dress I'd never wear. The man I'd never married. And I realized something. Ryan died thinking he'd won. Thinking we'd never find out. Thinking his secrets were safe. But now Vanessa and I both knew the truth. And Sharon was still digging. If there were other victims, we'd find them. If there was more to the story, we'd uncover it. Ryan Mitchell, or Carver, or whatever his real name was, thought he could destroy women and disappear. Instead, he's dead. And we're alive. Comparing notes. Building cases. Making sure his story ends with the truth. 3 months later, Sharon found 2 more women. One in Portland. One in Vancouver. Both engaged to Ryan under different names. Both had life insurance policies. Both thought they were his only love. We all met. 5 of us total. Sat in a circle at a conference room Sharon rented. Shared our stories. Cried together. And then we went to the police. Filed a report documenting everything. The fraud. The pattern. The previous wife who'd died. The investigation is ongoing. But we've all canceled our policies. Changed our locks. Started therapy. And we text each other every day. A support group born from betrayal. I'm sitting in my apartment as I finish this. The wedding dress is in storage. The ring is returned. Ryan's belongings are donated. I'm 29 years old. Single. Alive. And I know the truth. That sometimes the person you love most is the person who wants to destroy you. And sometimes dying is the only thing that stops them. If this story resonated with you, if it made you think about the red flags you've ignored or the people you've trusted too easily, leave me a comment. Tell me, would you have met the other woman? Or would you have walked away? And if you want more stories like this, check the description for one I think you'll love just as much. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time.
If you like this story, do subscribe and like and do comment to let us know what type of stories you like to hear so that we can make up those. You can also share your own stories if you want them get uploaded along with your pick.